episode of Mind Your Own Business. How are you today? I'm glad that you're joining me. I'm here to cheer you on. I am a supporter of your dreams and your business and your wishes. And why I do this is partially because there's that saying, be the change you wish, be the change you want to see in this world. Well, I want to offer you the encouragement and advice I wish I had as I was going through the journey and I didn't always have what I needed. So let me give that to the world. Let me give it to you because you rock and you do have what it takes to fulfill the wishes and dreams in your heart. But it's not just about the end goal, is it? No, it is about taking the journey. It really is all about the journey in the end, isn't it? So today I want to talk about going from a side hustle to full-time entrepreneur because last week I was talking to somebody who wants to leave a great career that they went to school for, but she has a burning inside of her to start something new. And how can you deny it when you have a passion? So, I like that we were driving down in Montana one time. We were in this great little gift shop in Whitefish, Montana, and there was a sign in the window, and it said, um, "When nothing is going right, go left." And I I like that because sometimes things don't go right, and that doesn't mean there's nothing to do. That means there's just something else to do. And I know everyone has their own journey. Your journey will be different than mine and, your neighbor down the street and a colleague. And that's the beauty of it. We all have a story. And one day when someone asks you, "Hey, how did you do it?" You will have your own version of the story to share. And as I talked about this girl who I was speaking to this week, the journey of starting your own business and even starting the side hustle usually starts with that still small voice urging us on to something new that maybe we shake our head at and think, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. But it urges you, "Hey, you, listen to me. I'm the dream inside your head. I'm the vision that won't let you go. Whenever you lay down to sleep, I'm going to creep in. When you're in the shower and you're relaxing, ideas are going to pop into your head. When you're out walking the dog, I'm going to give you a vision and a foreshadowing of how you can do this business. I'm here daring you to take action on this idea." Can you relate? Do you understand? Have you had that battle with the spirit within yourself? And oh gosh, here's the challenging part. Even though you have a passion and a urging, it doesn't mean that things fall right into place every time. Years ago, maybe I'll guess 20 years ago, I was out of work for quite a while. If you've heard my podcasts, I was a divorced single mom. We had to go through bankruptcy. It was a whole hard story. And for one part of that, so I couldn't get a job. I was applying and doing everything that I could, but I had these children's stories that I had written for my own children as they were growing up. They were their bedtime stories. They're kind of like poems, like a Dr. Seuss. And my name was Sue, so I kind of like that. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I'm meant to be a children's author and I'm not getting a job and things aren't fitting into place because I'm meant to get this book published or these 7 stories published. And so I did everything I could and I typed them all up and I bound them together. And then I sent out query letters to all the children's publishers. We take the steps that we can think of in front of us. And I'm telling you this story because I have to admit it did not work out. That dream or wish to become a children's author, it did not manifest into anything. But they took up some time while I was on the journey. And actually, just about 3 years ago, I did publish them, and they're on Amazon. They're called Seven Super Stories by Sue Stiles. But I'm telling you the truth is that it doesn't work all the time, even if you have an inspired idea, but it doesn't mean that you can stop trying. Um, I had a feeling of a calling to do something big. I like writing, I like speaking, I like sharing, I like teaching. You might feel this calling for whatever interests you, but it might take you a while even to decide if you might do something, even to try. You might try and step out, and then that might get shut down. I'm telling you, this is par for the course. This is the journey of the entrepreneur, because at one time or another, every entrepreneur has asked, why isn't this working? This is a common question. It is a natural feeling. We all feel at some time like we're trying everything and all our good ideas, but it just isn't working. And I might just rabbit trail in here and say, even for today, for example, I'm looking for another real estate client. Who can I help buy or sell a home? Or who needs some coaching? I'm looking for a client. I've done everything I can do for lead generating and social media posts, emailing my list. And today I just had the vision in my head to take a little drive out to the country and stop in at the Chuck Wagon Cafe in Diamond Valley, used to be called Turner Valley. It's a famous restaurant. It's been on diners and drive-ins. And so I drove there. I had the idea in my head and I thought, I'm just going to go for a drive, a good half hour in the country there, coffee up at the counter, shared some stories with Jason and the girls, and then drove back. And by the time I came back, do you know what? Someone had DM'd me and they would like some help. So sometimes you can do all you can do, and then you just need to relax, take a drive out in the country, go have a cup of tea, and the seeds that you've planted sprout in the meantime. When you're not watching them, a watched kettle never boils, as they say. And even though, I read the Bible all the time, fabulous wisdom in there. I'll just flip it open and I can read a word that will change my heart or give me an idea. And in the Bible, I mean, most of us know the typical stories. There was King David who had a heart after God. But before he was King David, you might not remember, he was the youngest son in a large family, and his job was to take care of the sheep. He didn't have anything important to do. His brothers, they were tall, they were strong, they were in the army. David took care of the sheep. But one day, a prophet from God who knew what God wanted, came to David's house and said to his father, one of your sons is meant to be the next king. God has told me this. And so he brings out all his sons and lines them up. And Samuel goes down. Did I say Samuel was a prophet? Samuel goes down the line of these boys. And no, 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 this isn't him. And finally looks over and he says to the dad, none of these are who I'm looking for. Do you have any other sons? And he says, well, you know, yeah, but I mean, David, he's out with the sheep. He didn't, even his own father didn't consider that he might have a king inside of him. So someone ran out, got David. Come here. Samuel wants to take a look at you. Samuel takes one look, says, that's him. He is anointed to be a king. You, my friend, if you're listening to this right now, know that you are anointed to be a king, a queen. You are a daughter of the creator of the universe. You have royalty in you. Now, he told David that, his father, and then what did David do? He didn't go say, thanks, Dad. See you later. I'm going up to my castle. No, he went back out and served the sheep for a longer amount of time, even though he'd been declared the king. So sometimes we feel like we have more inside of us. We're meant for something big, but it doesn't always happen right away. You might still be, tending your flock, taking care of your sheep, managing your people, but you know you have a king inside of you. Actually, even when David did come out to start stepping into his legacy, the current king was trying to kill him for all the years. So it's certainly, there's many stories and many examples that tell us that the journey is not meant to be easy, and just because it isn't coming together maybe as you hoped it would or wished it would, doesn't mean it isn't meant to be. So you are a king, you are a queen. Now you have to go and find the answers for yourself. The funny thing is, most often the answers or the ideas, they don't come to you like a cat dropping a mouse, at your feet. You have to be on the hunt for it. You have to, look around the corner, look in the bundles of hay, look underneath things for the mice of opportunity. They're hiding. They're hiding on you. Do you really want us? So you need to go looking, and think of it from the other side. Your clients and your customers, the people that you're going to serve, you know what? They already have full plates. They have full days. They have full lives. They are not thinking of you. They are probably not looking for you. They're just trying to get through their own day. So you kind of have to get over yourself. I'm speaking to myself here. Get over yourself. No one is thinking about you. You have to get in front of people to give them what you know you can. Shed a few tears about it if you need. So when I was really at the point of no return from working on the side and having a full-time job and deciding if I should and could go full-time, this is a little experiment that I did, and maybe you're doing it now too, but you could try this. Is I really filled every minute of my day. I did this experiment to see how many things can I do in a day? Because I was thinking, the president, the president, sure, the president of the United States. Why do we always use um, American examples? The Prime Minister of Canada, the Queen of England. These people have full lives, but they seem to get so much done. How much can I do in a day? So I would start offering to take a client before 9 a.m. in the morning. So I might work with a client before my regular job. I could work with a client at my lunch hour. And then, if need be, I could work with a client after dinner in the early evening. Now, for me, with business coaching, I did find that most entrepreneurs and realtors didn't really want to do coaching in the evening. So that was just a personal preference for my clientele. But I could do morning, noon, and early evening for a while. And I did that for a while. Now that's burning the candle at both ends. And you can't sustain that for a long time, but you can try it. You can try it and see how full you can get, because I wanted to make sure I could replace my full-time income. So that's how I did it at the beginning. It wasn't sustainable, but I did it for as long as I could. And also to prove the vision. Can this work? Can I build up a clientele? So you have to prove that it will work as well. And then I was looking for signs. Okay, I could get the clients. Now I'm looking for signs. I'm looking for input. I'm listening for wisdom. And one day I was driving to my job, and I was listening to a CD, a CD in the old days. That's how we listen to podcasts, people. They used to be CDs. And it was Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And he was telling this very compelling story about a woman who she had to go out and start her business. I don't remember the exact story, but she had to make a decision and go. And it was like a roadblock in front of her. And Jack Canfield was just saying, you need to push over those stumbling blocks. If you've got a boulder in front of you, turn it over, climb over it. And my spirit was really triggered. Like, I was excited. I knew that this CD was speaking to me. So I get to work and I park behind the house that we're working out of. And in front of my car is this big rock that's not usually there. And I looked at it, and I'd just been hearing about kicking over this boulder or climbing over it. And so I pushed it with my foot. And then I went over it into the office, but I knew that was a sign that it was okay for me to quit my full-time job and go out full-time. I was very scared because, as I said, I've been bankrupt before, so I don't take that lightly. I have 4 kids. I need to be wise with my choices and my money, but I knew it. So with positive excitement, it was a positive, excited, nervous feeling, but like I knew I should do it. It was not a sickly, deathly, depressing, warning feeling like I didn't have a glitch in my gut. It was a nervous excitement because we do have to be able to learn to read ourselves and read what our the universe and God, creator, whatever you want to call it, is speaking to us. So I did. I put in my notice, and I can say now that was over 10 years ago. I have been able to, right from the beginning, I had enough clients, I had enough money to put food on the table, pay our bills. Uh, yes, once or twice it has been tight. Once I have had to not do a mortgage payment, go and ask. I can't afford to pay a mortgage payment, but only once in the 10 years. I press in, and you'll press in too, and you find a way. And in your career might change and morph as you get better and better and learn more things. So a couple of years ago, I got offered a job. I took a job as vice president of a training company, and it was right up my alley. I mean, it was a dream come true. I thought I would retire out in this job. It was, to me, I just felt like we were made for each other. Loved it. Excuse me, made good money. But after a year, a little more than a year, when a particular part of my job was done, I had finished writing a couple courses for real estate. All of a sudden, the company dissolved 8 vice president roles. 8. 8 of us were deleted in one day. Wow, that was a big disappointment. Yes, I cried that day, I'll tell you that. But it was a good reminder that, when it's not your company, you have no control over your outcome. And in a day, a dream career could be taken from you, as it was for me. So I have experienced the side hustle, the full-time, taking another job, and back to full-time entrepreneur. And I just want to encourage you. I hope those experiences did encourage you, because honestly, it probably sounds like a lot of work, but I guess it's the kind of thing that you just can't stop yourself from doing. And I want to encourage you that if you're having that urging to go ahead, to press in, to make it happen. And you know what? Yes, there is kind of a roadmap to success. There are things that you can do and put into place that will help you have a successful business. I have resources I can offer you. You can go on my website. I've got a couple courses there. They're cheap. I teach them all the time about processes so that you can scale a business. You get a good foundation, you learn as you go, and I encourage you to make your dreams happen. So, okay, I think that was a little longer than I intended, but as you can tell, I'm passionate about the advice that I give and the experiences that I've had, and I'm hoping to encourage you. In the encouragement, sometimes I wish I would have had. So join me again next time. Do you know what I'm going to talk about? Can you be successful if you're ugly? Yeah, you heard that right. What if you're ugly? What if you're getting old like me? I'm over 50 now. Can I still make it? Can you make it? Anyways, I've got some interesting thoughts on the topic. So I'll see you again next time. Thanks for joining in. Bye for now.
Buy with style, sell with Sue. It's your move.